Sergio Perez encountered a challenging mid-season phase this season, but it appeared that he was regaining his form. However, the Singapore and Japan rounds posed new challenges for the Red Bull driver. He was involved in incidents with Alex Albon in Singapore and Kevin Magnussen at Suzuka, both resulting in 5-second time penalties. He also received a similar penalty for overtaking behind the safety car during the Japanese Grand Prix. These recent difficulties have raised questions about Perez's future with the team, and the prospect of a new driver stepping in as a potential replacement has been discussed. Despite Sergio Perez's recent struggles, it is believed that his seat with Red Bull is secure for the beginning of the next Formula One season. However, if Perez doesn't bounce back and improve his performance, Daniel Ricciardo, who has already been confirmed alongside Yuki Tsunoda at AlphaTauri for the 2024 Formula One season, is positioned to potentially replace Perez. This change could occur before the season concludes or even before Perez's contract with the team expires, depending on how his performance evolves. Sergio Perez is under pressure at Red Bull, having scored only a little over half the number of points his teammate Max Verstappen has mustered. The Mexican trailing by 177 points, despite having what is comfortably the best car in the field. Barretto wrote in a piece for the Formula One website, "Sources indicate that Daniel Ricciardo is the favoured choice for Red Bull to replace Sergio Perez if the need arises, whether it be mid-season or at the conclusion of the 2024 Formula One campaign. This suggests that Ricciardo is on Red Bull's radar as a potential driver for their team, and they view him as a strong candidate should a change in their driver lineup become necessary. If Daniel Ricciardo were to be selected to replace Sergio Perez at Red Bull, it would present an opportunity for Liam Lawson, Ricciardo's current stand-in, to step in as his replacement at AlphaTauri. Which driver can replace Sergio Perez? Let us know what you think." Lawson secured his first Formula One points with a 9th place finish in Singapore, sparking discussions about his potential for a full-time seat with Red Bull's junior team for the 2024 Formula One season. While the prospect of Lawson moving to Williams to replace the struggling Logan Sargent was rumoured, both Lawson and Red Bull team boss Christian Horner downplayed these speculations. This suggests that Lawson's immediate future in Formula One remains uncertain, pending developments within the Red Bull organisation. Lawrence Barretto suggests that the possibility of Liam Lawson moving to Williams or another team for the 2024 Formula One season remains open. However, it is clear that Red Bull has plans for Lawson in their driver lineup for the 2025 season if there are no developments or changes during the 2024 season regarding the situation with Sergio Perez at Red Bull. This highlights the intricate planning and considerations involved in Formula One driver placements and lineup decisions. Barretto added, "With this in mind, Red Bull are keen to keep hold of Lawson. It is possible they could loan him out for a year, should Williams want him to replace Logan Sargent. The two teams have collaborated before, with Alex Albon joining the British outfit, having been under contract at Red Bull as reserve. However, any such deal for Lawson would almost certainly only be for a year, with Red Bull understood to be very keen to have Lawson racing one of their 4 cars in 2025, and that is likely to be unappealing to Williams." Peter Windsor holds the view that there is no compelling reason to replace the driver from Guadalajara, particularly not before the Mexican Grand Prix. Windsor's perspective suggests that Perez may have qualities that make him a valuable asset to Red Bull, especially when considering the home race in Mexico. Peter Windsor, in a video on his YouTube channel, suggests that Sergio Perez could be the ideal number 2 driver for the Red Bull team. Right now, Max is pretty happy with Sergio Perez in the other car. He still wins races, he's still quick, he's still able to do a lot of the stuff they need the second driver to do at Red Bull. Occasionally, he gets a little bit out of line and they have to kick him back into line again. But apart from that, he's pretty much the perfect number 2. What do people expect from him? I don't see why Red Bull should replace Checo. That's the point, because he is the perfect number 2. When Max needed to be out there on the track in Suzuka, clinching the Constructors' Championship, doing everything his way, just remorselessly destroying the opposition, Checo was sitting quietly in the garage. The 71-year-old Englishman concluded with a joke. Peter Windsor has previously discussed the qualities that Max Verstappen's teammates should possess. As an example, he mentioned Oscar Piastri, suggesting that the Australian driver could be an extraordinary talent and potentially on the same level of talent as Verstappen. Windsor even speculates that Piastri could become a multiple world champion in the future. This highlights the high expectations and potential Windsor sees in certain young talents within Formula One. It's worth noting that discussions are ongoing between McLaren and Lando Norris regarding his future with the team. Norris had signed a long-term deal with McLaren, extending until the end of the 2025 Formula One season, even before the team fully realised their ambitions to contend at the front of the grid. However, the recent performance improvements and progress made by McLaren have certainly changed the landscape. The team's competitiveness and potential for race wins have increased, making them a more attractive prospect for drivers like Norris. This development may lead to revised contract discussions or extensions that reflect McLaren's improved position in the Formula One pecking order. This development could also indicate that neither Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri would change teams in the coming years. Andrea Stella, the team boss of McLaren, has confirmed that discussions have commenced with Lando Norris regarding his future with the team. This move indicates McLaren's intention to secure Norris's services for the long term and to prevent him from becoming an option for other teams like Red Bull. Securing a talented driver like Norris is crucial for McLaren's ambitions, especially considering the remarkable progress they've made this season. Keeping Norris in their lineup would help them maintain their competitive edge and continue their pursuit of podiums and race wins. While the talks are ongoing, the ultimate decision will depend on various factors, including contractual agreements, Norris's personal career goals, and McLaren's performance trajectory. We are certainly having conversations with Lando. They are good conversations. We are happy with how these conversations are going. With Lando, we are doing exactly the same, trying to prove as much as possible on track that what we say and trying to create a sense of this is going to continue over the coming years. I will be at discomfort, myself, having a conversation with a driver where I'm trying to persuade him playing cards that I don't have in my hands, Stella affirmed. Is it possible for McLaren to outperform Red Bull in the coming races and eventually also overtake their current dominance of the grid in the years to come? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned for further updates, analysis and coverage as we closely follow the developments in the Formula One Championship. To stay up to date with all the latest action, remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell, ensuring you never miss a moment of the excitement.